Okay, I'm making this short reference tutorial, maybe if I can call it that. And one of the things that I want to touch here in this tutorial is about the improvement from Iclone, the first versions of Iclone. I started with version 3 or 4 of Iclone, and now I'm in Iclone 7.7, which is really excellent in many ways. The improvement of the avatars, the characters, and the props, it's really great. The texture maps are much more realistic. You can see the eyes of this avatar. These eyes are from the CC3, which they are really great because they look more realistic. And also, if you can see the texture of the mustache of the avatar, it's really great. And the texture also in the skin of the hair for the beard, it looks really great too. The texture overall looks really great. You can notice like the pores of the skin. One of the things I want to say is that Iclone 8, that's be coming up soon probably, has much more improvement in the skin texture, the color of the skin, also the lighting. There's more features added. One of the features that I was always looking for in the previous versions of Iclone was a mirror image. It was really hard to accomplish that, and there were some tricks that some people were making tutorials, really great tutorials in how to mirror an image of an avatar, and you had to use the water pretty much. It was an eye prop, so you had to use one of the props from the water, and then you had to put the avatar parallel to the ground and in front of that prop so that you can have the reflection. And that was a really good way of giving you a solution on how to mirror the avatar, but that's not exactly what we're looking for. We're looking at the avatar, looking at himself or herself in a mirror, and actually having a reflection of its own image. That's what we're looking for. And they are not going to have it until Iclone 8, as far as I know, because I just watched demonstration video. And I also watch all the other new features that are coming up that they were in my wish list, and now they're coming up. But you know, it's been a long way for me doing Iclone. I have not actually finished one video. I do have many projects in work in which I want to finish some of the videos that I want to create in Iclone, because Iclone is one of the quickest tool to animate actually and to create a video. It's really, it's one of the best to me. Okay, it's not that I don't know of any others, but just for something really quick and for people who have no experience, which I am one of them, it's a really nice tool to use to animate real quick and to learn how to do animation. Now, I was always having a lot of things in my wish list. One of the things was a good presentation for the avatars, that they may look more realistic. And now they are accomplishing that. They are getting farther and farther into making the characters look very more realistic and more like Das characters. Das characters, they are really nice. I mean, the textures, because they are actually pictures of human bodies. So the textures are really excellent. They are called mods, M-O-D. And if you can look at this avatar, it looks really nice. Of course, it needs a better, different or better background so that it can look even better in a scene. You know, this is just by itself. And it looks really nice, the avatar. And this is a CC3 avatar, but I made it in CC2. And the reason why I made it in CC2 is because the bodies of the CC2 avatars are more proportionate. In my opinion, they are more proportionate and they look more realistic than the ones in CC3. I do hope that they change the ones in CC3, because I have CC3. I've used also the feature in which you can actually get a picture of a person and create the face of the person, which is a really nice feature. I myself have not come to understand or use the tool too much yet, but I used it a couple times and it's really nice. I know that I have to work on that much more because I know that you can do something really good. But I just wanted to show you, this is a CC2 character. I saved it into CC3 because I wanted to use the eyes, which are really great. You know, it gives a character more realism, and also saving it into CC3, it changes more the features of the skin and everything, so it will make it look more realistic. If you can see, like I said before, and I'm going to mention this again, and sorry to be redundant, but in regards to the hair, in this case, the mustache, I'm not talking about the hair, you know, in the head, because that's a different story. I do have some hair that looks more realistic than this one, okay? But this kind of hair, I think I got it from a CC3 that I created, and then it created the hair for me, and I just saved the hair and I just put it on this avatar because that's one of the features that you can do in Character Creator 3, that you can, when you're creating your avatar, and if the avatar has some hair, it will create some hair for you as well. It's not going to be the best quality of the hair. It's going to be something like this, but you know, it's decent, and that's enough for me, you know, to create a video. Now, I want to talk about a little bit about realism to me, okay? I'm not going to talk about realism to other people because realism comes in different ways depending on the painter. I'm going to say it like that, like we are painters and we have our own way of composing, you know, a painting, and we all have different styles and different ways in which we do it. So realism to me comes in the texture of the skin or the texture of the mods that are being used, whether it's for props or it's avatars or whatever else you're using, like accessories and things, accessories or things like that. But also realism to me comes in the lighting that you are using in the scenery, and also the way the light reflects on the avatar. Like this, if I rotate the avatar, you can see the lighting behaves accordingly, like if it was in real life. It needs a little bit more work, I think, but I would say that this is, to me, you know, I'm not an expert, but in my opinion would be like a 90% to me. Probably an expert would say it's less, I don't know. But to me it's a 90%, which is really nice to me. If I move it up or down, you can see that reflection of the light. It's going to behave according to how I'm moving in regards to the avatar. And that's part of that realism now. Realism in an animation, to me, once again, is to me. I'm not going to talk about experts or people who actually know about these things, but to me, it's also the facial animation that you have. You can have a movie that is pretty much facial language. And just by the way the character is making the faces, you can pretty much tell whether the avatar is sad, is depressed, is thinking, is worried, or something else. And that's also part of realism to me. Another realism to me is the body language, which is really important. I watched some videos, some animated videos from Iclone and other programs, in which pretty much the story is being told by the way the characters move. So they are angry, sad, depressed, happy, or worried, or things like that. And you can see all this body language in the avatars that actually express the story, even if the story doesn't have any language involved, like any script. It's really nice, and I do really admire people who can do videos like that. I really enjoy them, even if the graphics is not the best, but just by doing the animation, you know, with the body language and the facial expressions, that's really great. It tells a story. The other part that I would say in regards to realism is the hands. The hands are so important, I think, because you can have a body, a body language in the avatar, and it's okay. It's showing some expression of what the character is feeling at the moment, but the hands just don't go with it. And one of the things that Iclone is lacking a lot is the hand movement and also the facial animation. Facial animation has improved way a lot than what it was in Iclone 5. And Iclone Sync came out and it was really good, and it was 3D test. He has a channel in YouTube, 3D test, and he is the one who actually introduced the facial animation, and I think he is actually the one who gave that to Realism, because he actually improved the facial expression in the avatars. Now I am still working on gestures in regards to facial animation. I'm still trying to find a way to compose a scenery or a scene in which the avatar is actually moving and is making all these facial expressions at the same time when he's talking and trying to portray or to convey a message to the audience. It's been a little bit hard for me because when doing that, I've been having some trouble. For whatever reason, it alters the animation of the avatar, whether it's a body movement or something else that it's already there and that has already been checked and calibrated, and it messes it up. So I don't know. I still haven't tried that in Iclone 7.7. I hope it's improved, but I have some problems in which sometimes even the avatar, I lose the gizmos and I don't even know what's what and where is where, and I can't move the avatar at all, because the gizmo is not present. So that's another of the problems. I just wanted to mention this, and like I said, just like a reference or a comment. I hope this helps you out, and thank you so much for watching this video.